yours.
All right.
And we're live on ours. And hi, everybody. We are, thanks for tuning in. We're going on my personal page today instead of Making Betty Better. We're on site today. And introduce yourself.
And I'm Cheryl Borzak, so I'm the homeowner and going to be cooking with Michelle to make Betty better. And we're here in lovely Caledonia.
And lovely Caledonia. I forgot. It was such a nice drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was nice. It was not what I'm used to.
No,
Yeah.
we saw cows, we saw horses, we saw chickens, we saw everything coming out here.
Right.
But Caledonia, I remember when I first moved out here, it's so big, Caledonia.
Yeah.
It's like, am I still in Caledonia? Am I still in Caledonia?
Yeah.
I'm still in Caledonia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
And so, tell everybody what you do.
So I am a nurse practitioner by training, and then I'm also recently a certified health coach. So my goal is really to help people recognize how to stay healthy to prevent the onset of chronic disease, or if they already do suffer from a chronic disease, how they can manage that so they're not suffering the ill effects of it. And the way I really like to do it is through food, is how we can eat like less processed foods, more organically or local.
So when I was diagnosed with microscopic colitis, that was like an inflammation of your colon. One of the things is I wanted to learn how to eat food that would take down the inflammation. So that's what started this whole thing. And so Kelsey was, yes, remember? So what happened was, Kelsey will introduce herself in a minute, but she's my fitness trainer. She comes to my house and comes to my home gym and works out with me. And she's been doing it for 2 years now, right? Yes, we just had our 2-year anniversary. And for 2 years
We went
now.
on a beautiful date. No.
There was a courting period.
There was
a courting period. And they decided they were going to put me on steroids for this. Very bad. And they said, oh, it will not affect you. How much weight did I gain? Like 60 pounds?
I mean, it was.
Yeah, it was bad. And it was significant, and it was every day. Every day. And I didn't realize one of the things was that I had too much sugar in my diet. And so when a doctor puts somebody on steroids, they should look at their diet first and say, let's attack this and cleanse yourself of the sugar. So Kelsey worked with me, and I'm almost to where I was. Not quite, yes. But she's been really, really good with me. And with the weight gain, I couldn't move. Like, you know, I couldn't do deep bends. I couldn't, there was a whole lot I couldn't do.
Oh yeah, you lost a lot of mobility.
I did. Like in a month, I lost mobility, I gained weight. It was the most weird thing. And so, Kelsey, introduce yourself to everybody.
Cutting across it totally. I'm Kelsey with Great Escape Fitness, and so Michelle just said, yeah, I'm a personal trainer, and then just started hiking season. So we've had a couple of those. We had one this morning, beautiful hike at Huff Park.
Yeah.
So that was really fun, and so that's throughout the entire summer, and then training at the gym.
So just so you know, she's got a lot of people hiking with her that are yours at my age.
Oh,
Don't you? Yeah, she's
That's
got
like probably an average.
Yeah, so she's getting people out there and they're starting to hike, and I know one of the people said if it wasn't for Kelsey, they probably would not go outside or do anything. And so it's very affordable, it's drop-in. You sign up for the whole hiking season, you get a discount.
Yes, yep, so
you don't have
a hiking membership, I mean, that's only been like a couple dollars per hike doing it that way, so it's like $120 for the whole season, so that's up until weather gets bad. So we don't exactly know.
And you go everywhere, don't you?
Oh yeah, yep. So we're gonna do evenings. The whole month of this month was at Proven Trails, and then we switched every morning.
Yeah. So today we're going to make waffle pizzas. Waffle pizza.
Whoa.
Well, you know, if I did not have to eat gluten-free and dairy-free, if I didn't have to, I would definitely indulge in pizza about once a week. I really, really miss eating a good pizza. I know.
It's not bad.
And it's not,
Pizza,
you know,
if
the crust is probably full of a lot of sugar because it's white flour.
Right.
So, but it's what makes it good. And I'm really jealous of the people that can eat the crust that has the cheese and the crust and they get to pull in it. And
Sorry.
So,
not sorry.
sorry, not sorry. So I have this search for a substitute. So I've tried different things, and I thought of this. Trust me when I say I thought of this by myself, and then I went online and it's already been done. But I'm changing it up a little bit. But I thought of it because when I was a kid, my mom used to make us English muffin pizzas.
Oh,
And
nice.
she would take them and put them in the toaster oven.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then remember we used to have waffles with cream chicken over the top of it. Yeah, it's so good.
Grew up in
So
your house.
that's how I came up with all of this. So, so Cheryl here is putting everything together right now, and I have, this is Chris Berkey, that's a chef for me, a chef friend of mine. This is the best gluten-free, I'm gonna use the white one.
Okay.
This is the best gluten-free flour out there. It's not cheap, I'm not gonna lie, but I use it for special occasions. I use it for guests. I use it. I use it, but I also think you could use almond flour. And so this, you know, this has, you know, it does have 0 fat. It's very low in calories. There's 1 gram of sugar, so it's not like white flour where there's a lot of sugar. There's I want to look at the sodium. The sodium's low for flour, so it's 15 milligrams. So it's okay. If I used almond flour, then I would probably be getting an almond. So if you use almond flour, your waffle's going to be flatter, and we would call that your thin crust pizza. If we use this, then you'll get. And we were talking earlier, and if you just wanted to add a little salsa butter to this, then you would have the thickness of like a Belgian waffle, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So
I love waffles.
I love waffles.
Pizza, any style, really.
I love waffles. So we are adding. So we're adding the flour, and then the. Go ahead. What do you have?
Baking powder, black pepper, but we've used the ground white pepper in place of the black. 2 teaspoons of salt, some Italian seasoning.
And you guys know that I'm really picky about my Italian seasoning. So I really like this brand, and it has a little bread in it. And
Morton Bassett.
Morton Bassett.
San Fran.
It's the best Italian seasoning ever. And you see the color, how it's different? I'm sure it has a little paprika in it. It's got a little red pepper in it. That Italian seasoning is really, really, really good. And then we're gonna put a little bit of the pepper because, you know, if it's a little spicy, it speeds up our metabolism.
So what is that?
And this is just crushed pepper. And it's from we use a lot of it, so this is from Costco, you know.
Oh.
I'm a big Costco person.
Yeah.
I know. Now we're not, it's fine, yeah. It's, we're not making it vegan, but it is dairy free. If you wanted to make it vegan and not use the eggs, then you can make your flaxseed eggs.
Right,
And then
chia seeds too.
chia seeds would be delicious in this too.
Yeah.
I like eggs, and so we're dairy free, gluten free, we're not vegan, but that's how you would substitute. I like it,
some chicken,
yeah.
chicken balls over here too.
What?
We got chicken balls over here too.
We got
so
chicken
that would
balls
be that.
over here, these are good.
Yeah.
Alright,
Those are going.
so you got all of those.
Yep, all
All right.
of this.
So to keep it all one dish, because what we like to do is we want to make it fast and not as messy. So we don't use a lot of dishes. So I'm going to make just a little hole in here and add our liquids.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we have.
That's right, so many tricks.
The 2 eggs, or you want the eggs?
I'm going to put the 2 eggs.
Okay.
So here's our 2 eggs. So I'm going to put the 2 eggs in there, crack them right in there. And then while she's doing the 2 eggs, I want you guys to know we're using chicken sausage, and I love this chicken sausage. This is the best brand.
It's really good.
They have some with cheese
Really
in it too. This one doesn't have a cheese. It has no antibiotics. It's all natural. It's gluten free. This is sun dried. You don't have to use meat on it. You can make it a veggie pizza if you want to.
Right.
But I just think it's really, really, you know, it's just good stuff. And it's pre-cooked. So if you wanted to just have this as a protein in the afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
so you could make these waffles in advance.
You have some vanilla.
And you could freeze them, and then you could take them out and put them in the toaster when you're ready. So if you're at work, you could take this, just do a little baggie of cheese and a little, you know, you could bring it and you could make it, and it would be really easy. And then you would have it for an afternoon snack, and it would be very good for you. So these things are just nice. And so here we go. And I'm gonna start stirring. Yeah, I'm using the cashew and sweetened vanilla just to give it a little bit of sweetness. When you make pizza, you know that they put sugar in it. We're not putting any sugar in it, so we're gonna do the vanilla, so we have a little bit of the vanilla in there. And then, when they ask for whole milk, which this recipe asks for whole milk, I like to use the cashew milk, because the cashew milk is thicker.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you don't like whole milk? Man, I could drink a glass of whole
No
milk.
way.
Whole milk with Oreo cookies. That's what you're bringing me on my deathbed. Pizza and Oreo cookies and a
We're gonna figure out how to make
There we
Oreos
go.
healthier.
Oh,
We are.
Yeah, Oreos
There you are. And then, what else? Okay.
Let's see, bacon.
No, I don't think so. We gotta do the baking powder. There we go. So we're gonna keep stirring this until we get all the lumps out of it. So tell me, while we're doing this, tell me a little bit about Caledonia. So if you're listening and you're on my Facebook site, you know I'm a realtor. And, really?
What?
No one knew that at all. And Caledonia is, I think, where we're probably extending our growth from Grand Rapids, don't you think?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about Caledonia.
Oh, so it's a suburb of Grand Rapids, about 20 minutes south of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Still pretty much a farming community, rural. It is growing. Let's see, we've lived here. We initially moved out. There's a house further back on the property. That was our original home, and then we moved because of a job. But then my husband, we had kept a piece of the property because he loved the area. And so when we decided to make the trek back, then we came back to here and built this house on this piece of property. So yeah, so they've got great schools. There are some new high schools.
They had a
going
great
in.
choir, I know
Yeah.
that, because my daughter was in choir and they used to compete
okay.
together.
Okay.
Yeah,
My kids all
yeah.
graduated from Caledonia High School. They're all young
Oh, yeah.
adults. Not
I'm gonna
say
add-
that anymore.
While she's, I know. I'm gonna add the sweet basil essential oil.
Sorry, kids.
So-
listen. No.
So just one little drop of the sweet basil. I like sweet basil essential oil. It is the
Okay.
best.
Okay.
Yeah, and so, and then Kelsey, you wanna add your, she did parsley?
Oh,
So
no, we're gonna
put
get
the
there.
parsley in there. Yep,
And
add your
you-
parsley.
We got the butter yet too. We didn't put
Okay, and then we're gonna put the butter in there and I'm gonna let you stir a little bit.
in. Okay.
And we have, so when we arrived, I heard the chickens, so you have chickens, so a lot of
Yeah,
people
chickens,
ask
yeah.
me where they can live, where they can have chickens.
Yep.
And you have
here.
chickens.
Yes. We have, I think, about 30 chickens. We raise
Oh.
them organically. They're free range. We do sell the eggs. My husband's, we need to buy more chickens because we're getting an increased demand for our eggs.
Isn't that cool?
So,
I know.
yes, and
I
you can
know.
also, we had goats, but they're a little more,
So can people drive up here from all over and buy eggs?
they could, they have to make sure we have some.
Yeah, that's right.
He has a lot spoken, like now people are, he does a lot at church, there's, our insurance guy, we sell to him now.
Really?
Yeah, so.
Oh, that's
yeah,
so cool.
it's
Now, is there a
taken off.
dairy farm nearby where you can buy milk?
Well, we go to, the Angelus Farms, and I buy raw milk from them. And it's
I knew it was
organic.
one, I knew.
So it's about, they're out towards Alto, so it's about a 20-minute ride straight down 84th Street, but that's
Okay.
where we do raw milk.
And where do you, and then do you, your chickens are only bearing eggs, you don't kill them for their meat?
Only when they get old, or from
Okay.
the mean rooster.
Oh,
Yeah.
better watch out.
We did, initially the first year, we bought some for meat
Mhm.
chickens, but then weren't really happy. Some because you're feeding them a food that makes them fat, or some just by genetics had heart attacks and died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. So now the Kane County trails go out here, did you know that?
Yes. it
They
does.
come over, they connect and they come here, so if you wanted to do, that's a long way for you to hike.
Yeah. Alright.
But if you wanted to do a biking thing, you
Yeah,
could, the trails come all the way, cause I used to bike out here.
Okay, and I don't know if that's, so we're on 92nd Street where it dead ends into Craft. There is a spot now, a trail that picks up there.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, good to
Did
know.
you spray this already? It looked
Nope,
like
I
you
did not.
did. Okay, so we're gonna have the Pam olive oil, but I wanna tell you guys, you know, you've been watching the show and I've been using the olive oil from the Old World olive oil, and it dawned on me when I was pulling up, why am I buying this that's in the can? Next week when you see me, I have all these refillables that I need, because you
Yes.
know, if you buy their olive oil, you take the
Yes.
bottles back, you get $1 off of each one, and they refill it for you. And I am going to make my own spray out of their oils.
That's right.
So if I
Good idea.
had,
And you go to the downtown market to get it?
if I'm not out, I'm a realtor, so I'm out and about, so they have one in Granville, they have one in downtown, they have one in Rockford, so whatever's closest to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spray this, and then we're gonna pour it on here, and we're gonna make our first one. So I've not made this before as usual.
Are we putting these
So-
on now?
So,
Or after.
so this one we did not add the cheese in the mix, we forgot, cause we were talking.
Oh!
So the next one, well,
I
I
mix or if it went on top.
both. So that's okay, that's what happens, you know,
That's
when you
what
have,
we know,
we
and
just-
I think this will be fine, but it'll be interesting to see what it's like afterwards too.
You need to grab it off.
So you guys, I got this at D&W, it's called Go Veggie. It's my absolute favorite vegan cheese if you want something to melt really good.
Okay.
So this is good. My second one is, this one is the almond milk. This one has better ingredients in it. And so I'm sure they put something in it to make it melt, you know? And so, but we're gonna use this one for the next, batch, and we'll see what it looks like after we do it. I think the cheese is probably what helps it stick together pretty good. So we're just gonna add some, I'm really bad, I just add without measuring.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is normally how
Right,
we
we
cook
never
at
really
home.
know what we're doing.
That's
Yeah.
right, so I'm gonna put that in here, and we'll see what the next one's like. And we're probably gonna need a plate to put, I
Yes.
didn't think about that.
That's okay, I have one.
Interesting.
So-
This is gonna be very cool.
It's gonna be, I'm so hungry, I hope it's
No.
good. So it's
I
gonna
have
be
tongs, I don't know if
good,
that's right.
okay. So this will be when it's ready, but, so talk about what is your ideal client? What is your ideal person?
So my ideal client would be somebody that's really ready for some change, is concerned, or really wants to live a long, healthy life. That's what I would hope to have in an ideal client. Maybe they're.
So if you don't wanna live a long, healthy life,
Right,
don't see her.
Yeah.
You got something else in mind.
And we don't have a lot of control over, like, ultimately, some people will argue, you don't have control, but yes, we do have a certain amount of control in the fact that what we
Right.
put into our bodies, right? How we grow our foods, the foods that we choose to eat, the activities that we participate in.
Right.
The amount of sleep that we get. So somebody that maybe is feeling stuck really around weight loss or just in general health, because for weight loss, I don't always want the person to be focused just on the weight loss, because it's more than that. It's just, it is, like I said, about the sleep we get, about the exercise we get, about the food we eat.
It is.
The company that we keep, the relationships that we're in.
Well, you know, it makes me, so, you know, your house is so sunny and these things tint with sun.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking at myself on there, it looks like I have sunglasses on.
Oh,
So anyway, I just wanna tell you guys, I'm not really, you know, trying to cover up my eyes. But, I go to so many social functions and I'm getting really tired of going to social functions. I'm really happy to be invited, but I'm getting tired of going to social functions where the food's not healthy. I just, you know, and no one can eat anything. And this gluten intolerance, the vegan, the dairy free is not an abnormal thing.
Right.
You know,
There's
it's
no
not.
more people.
And there's no options. Where did we go? Oh, it wasn't you and me, it was someone else. We went to a Grand Valley. This is where you graduated from. Kudos to them. They did a presentation and there was a vegan gluten-free table.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's nice.
so they accommodated everybody. If you want guests to come and you want them to participate,
Right.
you gotta start doing these
Yeah.
things. But you're right, social gatherings is where we probably lose it.
Right,
You know?
yeah, because it's hard to stick to that, so either, you know, some suggestions too, if you know, you might not know what kind of food's gonna be there,
Mhm.
sometimes you can eat a little bit at home, so you're not starving, so you can participate and maybe be a little more picky and get the,
Right.
like the veggies are.
Well, you know what I do? I go to yard sales or whatever and I buy a decorative plate and I offer to bring a plate.
Oh, that's a good.
And they can keep the plate as a hostess gift.
Nice.
And then I have one thing there I know I can
Yes.
eat.
Yes.
And it's usually full of protein and something, so I know, because people like me that have problems, but there is a lot of us
Yes, yeah.
that have the problems, we just won't eat. And then we're standing there starving.
Then you're hangry, and then no one.
Yeah,
You know.
I do get
That's
hangry.
right, yes.
I get
Yes.
hangry, absolutely 100% sure of that, so.
And the other thing with social gatherings, I know we've talked about this, Michelle and I, actually show up.
Oh,
And go to them. If you say you're gonna go, like I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
I was invited to a party last weekend, a Game of Thrones theme. They went all
Oh.
out. Like 6 people canceled day of.
Oh.
I felt terrible for the host, and I was like, you know, we'll eat more of your food, but listen,
I
if you're
know,
invited to someone's home like that,
Right.
and they
And they've
prepared the
been
food,
paid,
and
yes.
they prepared everything.
Right.
It's very important to show up, you know, I'm trying to do better of accepting invites. If I accept an invite, I do show up,
Yeah.
but I'm doing better, I'm trying to do better at accepting invites. I'm a homebody.
Right.
I am,
okay.
I like, you
Alright.
know, but I'm trying to do better at that. But it's good for us to all get together, but I think one of the things that keep me from going to things is that it's gonna be over dinner, and then there's not gonna be anything there for me to
Yes.
eat. And then people they go, oh, I know you're gluten-free, dairy-free, there's just a little bit in it, so you should be okay.
But it's
No!
They say even a little bit will affect your body for 3 months.
See, 3 months,
Yeah,
I believe
3
that,
months.
I
Yes,
believe
you'll
that.
have the effects of that, so yeah.
So it's just no good, it's no good, so this is taking a little longer to cook than I
Yeah, how's it
anticipated,
looking
I don't
there?
know. It will, yeah, it's not done yet, no,
Oh, you can
Yeah,
do
you
that
can-
looks good.
it does, it really worked fine, look at that.
Yeah, no, I think
You
it looks
guys aren't
great.
here, I wish you could scratch and sniff.
Yes.
It-
There's no scratch and sniff yet.
There's
on
no
the iPhone.
scratch and sniff bit, I tell you, it
Someone's come
smells
up with it.
so good, it smells
Does
so,
smell
so good. And so, I think you can make this, so I think, you know what, I'm gonna probably move it around just a little bit. So what I saw online when I was watching it is someone took the sauce, and
Oh,
then
right
they
on
poured
it.
the
Ooh.
sauce on it, and then they spread it around.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna spread,
Yeah.
spread that around.
And this would be a I know we had mentioned it a little bit before, we talked about fast, because in order to be, you know, we know we need to be healthy, right, and eat healthy things,
Right.
but life is busy, especially with, you know, it doesn't matter what age you are, moms, grandmas, whatever, we're all busy, we're involved in life, we got kids, we got grandkids, we want to get involved, but we wanna be
And she's
eating
gonna put the
healthy,
pepperonis on,
and you want it to be able
you
to.
get over top here
Yes.
now, and
Right.
look at it. There we
Oh,
go.
So you
You
want
just
it
wanna
to
be,
quick.
so
Oh,
now
now
it's
see
ready,
the stuff.
she's gonna put some more on.
It is looking good.
Here, let me see this
Oh,
one.
that looks like a pizza.
You guys, look at that. You see what
Oh,
that
that
looks like?
Great.
Look at that, that's what we're doing. So we're gonna take this, and we're just gonna shut this down on it just for a minute, cause I saw that online, let's see what happens when I do
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we're
it's
just
kind
gonna
of like trap in the heat, you know.
It is, it's trapping in the heat.
And melt the cheese in.
Yes.
Right, I'm gonna give Will back the Instagram one there, so we're gonna see what happens.
And the other good thing, there's not a lot of cleanup, looks like.
There's not a lot of
Right,
cleanup.
not a big mess.
No.
yeah.
Now let's see how easy this is to,
Do you need
We
a
might have to
spatula?
cut it.
I have a spatula too.
you know what, we might need to just cut it. Okay, there, yeah, I need a spatula.
That looks good. We just don't know how to get it out of there.
That's what it was. I have a- Oh, tucking it in like that. Let me do this.
There we go. Got it, there we go. Oh, and there's our
piece.
first piece, look at that.
Oh,
Isn't
beautiful.
that Okay, you guys, as usual, thank you for tuning in. We will give pictures and we'll taste it after we get it all out of this, and we'll
Yes.
show you what it looks like with the cheese. I bet it will hold together better with the cheese. But again, I am Michelle Gordon, Realtor for West Michigan. Call or text me at 616-443-0596.
And I'm Cheryl Borzak with Here's to Health and Wellness Coaching. You can contact me, 616-340-3682.
Last but not least, Kelsey Young with Great Escape Fitness, and go on Facebook to check out the hiking group, Great Escape Fitness, and online at greatescapefitness.com.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks a lot.
Happy, what's today? Workout Wednesday.
We had a lot of